Hello, I'm Fuji. Katteb has been resold on AppSumo. Katteb is an AI writing assistant that can generate contents based on facts. I've been recommending this AI writing assistant since November 2022. Some of you may remember, but until now, there were many AI writing assistants that generated quite wrong contents. However, Katteb can generate contents that are not based on facts. This means that Katteb can generate contents that are based on facts to some extent. I was a pretty good AI writing assistant. Come to think of it, the first time I bought Katteb was November 24th, 2022. I was surprised when I first used it. I was surprised at how many AI writing assistants came out. I thought I had to introduce this to everyone, so I introduced it on YouTube and blog. I don't recommend Katteb to those who are watching my YouTube videos in December 2023. I'm going to say something very lonely. Katteb was highly recommended in November last year. However, I don't recommend it so much in December 2023. The reason is simple. It's because the existence of ChatGPT has increased. I didn't imagine it at all. I didn't expect the existence of ChatGPT to come out in 2022. I didn't expect to be able to generate contents that could easily surpass Katteb. It's been a while since ChatGPT came out. Web browsing function has been installed. With this, you can generate contents based on internet data. When this function was installed, at first when compared to Katteb, the speed of sentence generation was slow. I used to think that ChatGPT's web browsing function was not very useful. A few months later, I think that ChatGPT is much faster than Katteb. Let's actually try it. Let's generate contents with the latest information from Yahoo. For example, I would like to write about the extension of the 30% burden of medical care. I'll write about this in ChatGPT. I'll paste it here. Please explain this in Japanese. Please do research. I'd like to generate contents as it is. By entering this in ChatGPT, ChatGPT automatically generates contents based on internet data. The situation in which I'm doing research is displayed in ChatGPT. However, some people may think that it will take time to generate contents in ChatGPT. However, when compared to Katteb, the speed of sentence generation is quite fast, including the speed of sentence research. Now the contents are being generated. This is also generated based on internet data. This is accurate. I think this news is also true. On the other hand, I would like to generate exactly the same sentence in Katteb. First, I will set up in Katteb. I will switch the UI model to GPT-4. I will save the internet data as it is. I will change the chat mode to internet mode. I will paste the same sentence as I entered in ChatGPT in the input area. I will actually generate contents. I would like you to see from here. I would like you to see how much time it takes to generate contents in Katteb compared to when generating contents in ChatGPT. Even at this point, there is no feeling that this sentence is being generated at all. Now the sentence is being generated. In ChatGPT, it takes about 5 times longer to generate contents than to generate contents using the web browsing function. Yes, the sentence was generated. This is also generated based on internet data. So I think it's accurate to some extent. However, when I compared it with ChatGPT, I personally felt that there was no reason to use Katteb. Recently, it has been announced that I have decided to use Katteb. One of the functions that was planned to be installed in Katteb is the one-shot generation function of this sentence. I thought this would be installed in Katteb. However, this was actually sold as a separate product. I would like you to see this. Regarding the one-shot generation function of the sentence, it is currently sold as a separate product from the normal Katteb. Rather than being sad to be sold as a separate product from Katteb, I personally feel that there is no way to win with this. In short, contents based on facts can now be created with ChatGPT. Since I was able to create contents of the same quality with ChatGPT, I thought it would be better to use ChatGPT than Katteb. However, if Katteb is still equipped with the one-shot generation function of the sentence, I thought I might not lose to ChatGPT. However, if it is sold as a separate product like this, I honestly feel that the charm of using Katteb will be considerably reduced. I don't mean to make a claim that the one-shot sentence generation function of Katteb should be included in the normal product of Katteb and that it should be provided to the buyer for free. Rather than that, I feel that Katteb will no longer be used unless this function is installed in Katteb by default. In other words, it is already visible that the AI writing assistant called Katteb is declining. This is a very unfortunate thing. ChatGPT will continue to evolve and new functions will be added. It is very sad that Katteb is declining more and more. I think some people are still using it, and you may not feel so stressed. However, I personally think that the gap between Katteb and ChatGPT will continue to widen over the next few months, 1 year, and 2 years. This is not just about Katteb. On October 30th, 2023, I posted a post on X. AI writing assistant has been used in various ways in 2021 and 2022. However, almost all AI writing assistants used until the middle of this year have been subscribed. In the end, I posted that what I am using now is ChatGPT Plus, but ChatGPT has become so strong. I think there are fewer reasons to use other AI writing assistants. I also received a request on YouTube. I asked for a request to tell me how to use Katteb. But I haven't done much to combine Katteb and other AI tools. I don't think I will recommend certain AI writing assistants in the future. I think that AI writing assistants will be sold more and more in the future. However, I don't think I will introduce certain AI writing assistants on YouTube or blog in the future. This is Voila, a Google extension feature that I introduced 2 weeks ago. This is an AI writing assistant that you can easily call out to any page. It has the advantage of being able to generate text within the page without opening ChatGPT. This Voila AI writing assistant Google extension feature is still as good as ChatGPT. I think it's an AI writing tool that can be used in combination with ChatGPT. However, I will not introduce other AI tools such as Katteb and Jasper AI in the future. Some of my YouTube viewers may say, Mr. Fuji, even though you recommended Katteb so much in November 2022, isn't it too cold? I'm sure you all feel that way. I don't think anyone could have expected this. I don't think anyone could have expected this. I don't think anyone could have imagined that our lives would change so much with AI. In that sense, 2023 was a series of surprises. I didn't expect to introduce Katteb last year. I had no idea that there would be an AI writing tool that would be faster than this. So next year, in 2024 and 2025, something unexpected will happen. When that happens, I don't think I'll ever be able to introduce an AI writing tool again. Even if I do, I can't say things like, I've got a new feature in ChatGPT, and it does this and that, it has this technique, and I can't say things like that on YouTube. But I don't think I'd recommend anyone to buy a certain AI writing assistant and use it. Not at all. At least voila. I might be able to introduce a tool like this in ChatGPT, but it's not guaranteed. There is a possibility that a more convenient Google extension feature will be made and released in ChatGPT, so I don't know what will happen. For the time being, in the content of this video, I will not strongly recommend Katteb in 2023. Not only Katteb, but other AI writing assistants will not be recommended by me in the future. However, if I were to explain the benefits of buying Katteb, it would be that it is cheap. ChatGPT is $20 a month, so if you join ChatGPT Plus, it will cost you $20 a month, so $20 for the first month, $20 for the second month, and $20 for the third month. $20 is charged every month, but for Katteb, if you buy up to the number of apps, it's a $39 one-time payment. You can buy it just by paying once. So if you pay $39 once, you can continue to use it for a long time without additional costs. However, I think that the speed and quality of text generation will be greatly different from ChatGPT in the future. So if you choose other than this price, it is better to join ChatGPT Plus. If you choose by price, I think it makes sense to buy Katteb. Well, I don't know what will happen in December 2022 and next year 2024, but for the time being, I explained the current situation of AI writing assistants. This will be the last repetition, but I will not introduce a specific AI writing assistant in the future. I think it's enough to say that it's ChatGPT. Thank you for watching.